In this video, I'm going to go through and explain the program for exercise 8. For the exercise, I added a hand class to simulate the play of a hand in a blackjack game. Let's run the program. It asks us to enter the number of cards to deal, and once I input, let's say 5, we get 5 cards. But now we see the hand class come into play. It prints out the sum of the card values that the hand played, or in other words, the cards played by me. The hand class has its attributes and methods. First, it declares the array list of type card, called received cards, to represent the hand. It contains the constructor to initiate the array list, and the 3 methods: add a card to hand, to add each individual card to the hand, show all cards, which prints the cards the user has in the hand, and the hand's total, which calculates the total value of the hand and returns it. Well, let's dive in. So first we start off by declaring the private array list of type card to represent the hand we want to simulate. We call it received cards instead of cards in hand, because received cards makes much more sense. Okay, here we have the constructor that initializes the array list, and here we have a method called add a card to hand to, well, you guessed it, add a card to hand. Every time this method is called, one card is added instead of many or all. For this, we are simply using the .add method for an array list. Next, we have the show all cards method, which outputs all the cards from the hand, which is representing when a player in a blackjack game flips his cards to make them visible on the table. We have a for loop which iterates through all the elements, gets each card at the ith position, and prints the card in the format card value of and card suit. Okay, that was the first part. Now let me run you through the rest. The next part, hand total, returns the total value of cards in the hand. It iterates through the hand, which demands for these 4 variables declared. First, a string variable, str, to temporarily store the card value returned by the getter of the card class, which is a string, because it can return all the values of the card, like king and queen, but also the numbers, 1, 2, 3, etc. Next, we have an int, sum of all cards values, to store the total value of the cards as it goes through the hand. Then another int variable, ace total, to represent the total amount of aces. I'll explain later why. And yet another int variable, num, to store the value of the card as we go. All these variables are assigned to 0, except the string, str, which is assigned to null. Next, we have a for loop which iterates through each element of the array, meaning through all the cards in the hand. We are reading each value of the card and assigning the card value to str. If the string equals 10, jack, queen, or king, the card value is 10. If the card is an ace, it has 2 possibilities for its card value, 1 or 11. Because we do not know if the card value is 1 or 11, we simply add 1 to the total amount of aces, and you'll soon see why. Now, if none of these work, meaning the card's card value is a number, the num is simply its card value. But remember that the value is currently a string, so we use the parseInt method to convert it into an int. Now, no matter what card or card value it is, we add num, the card value of each iteration, to sum of all cards. Now, we have a for loop to decide if the ace's value will be 1 or 11. Finally, haha. It will iterate through the amount of aces, or the ace total. Now, oh man, I'm saying that a lot. If the addition of 11 to the sum of cards value is less than 21, the value of the ace is 11. But if the addition is greater than 21, the value is 1. The method hand total will return the sum of all cards value. Okay, now let me show you how we use the hand object in the main method. Evidently, I made some changes from last week, so let me show you those as well. Last week, we simply printed the cards in the output. However, this week, I instead am directly adding them to the hand, and then with the show all cards method from the hand class, I print them out as shown, and also, but most importantly, print out the hand total. Thank you for watching.